Okay, here's the announcement. It's Vader versus Wild Thing.
Yeah. I just hope we don't have the same thing we had in the first round, where we ended up put together for most of the fight. We ended up just dragging each other around quite.
Have you worked out a way to avoid that?
Well, the only thing we can really do is just try and go for the more structural parts rather than going for the centre of the bodywork on it.
I'm going to drive straight into their disc.
Are you?
Actually, the strongest part's at the front, where there's less polycarb. That's the trouble. They're sharp cutter sticks in the polycarb, but their disc is actually vulnerable to very hard strike. It will bend. So I reckon rather than try and run away head on would be the best.
Okay. So they're all thinking very carefully at this stage because there's a lot to play for.
Craig's joined me up here in the crow's nest. We're pondering about this one. Wild Thing, very durable, goes on and on and on with the spinning disc. But then you've got Vader with the vertical spinning disc up against it. It's looked very impressive so far, but then Wild Thing beat 259 previously. That was another vertical spinning disc. I'm going to go for the experience here again of Wild Thing, because whatever it does, it just seems to go on and on.
Well, I'm going to go with you on this one. Wild Thing, we saw it in Robot Wars Extreme. It is so durable. It just keeps coming at you and coming at you and coming at you. You think it's beaten, and yet it gets back up and it just comes on. It's got a nice flipper, a nice spinning disc. They're a good team, an experienced team. Vader, not so experienced. Tough robot, but I'm going to go for Wild Thing on this one. Anyway, it's the heat final. Let the wars begin.
Roboteers, stand by.
So look at the heat finalists, Paul Rose, Simon Latham and Philip Claythorpe with their Vader machine. And Nick and Isabel Adams. Nick at the controls, Isabel at the weaponry of Wild Thing. The heat final has Shunt in the arena, representing the house robots with the bulldozer blade and the axe, and Sir Killalot.
3, 2, 1, activate.
Wild Thing with the high-speed vertical cutting disc, Vader with the vertical spinning disc. That comes into play first. Wild Thing, a lot lower. Lighter, 97 kilos, 3 kilos lighter. Is the quicker of the two robots, more manoeuvrable across the arena floor to get in to cause damage and away from damage. And Shunt slams down with the diamond-edged axe onto the armament of Vader. Wild Thing clinging on. Isabel Adams at the controls of the weapons. One little tactic they could use, if they can flick Vader, it can't self-right. 1.5 centimeters of ground clearance. I think at the back of Vader, that's its Achilles heel. A real push and shove match developing. Wild Thing coming back onto the attack on Vader. Blade hits blade. Sparks will fly if that continues. Onto the flame pit now. Don't forget, the winner of this through to the series semi-final. And already some tough robots have made it there. Pit, 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 I think they're calling. Are they calling flame pit? Wild Thing has been there before. Is Vader moving here? I think Vader is in trouble. Wild Thing glances, the weaponry is still moving, but there is no forward momentum for Vader, or is there? There's Nick Adams at the control of Wild Thing. Vader is going nowhere fast. Wild Thing trying to cause damage onto the transparent 8mm polycarbonate sheet armament of Vader. There at the controls, Simon Latham of Vader, the new boys to Robot Wars. And they're being taught a lesson here in durability. Down comes the axe of Shunt, and that has wedged the Vader weapon. A decisive blow for the house robots. They get the speed up again for the weaponry, but it just stopped them absolutely dead in their tracks. The ref bot comes in. Wild Thing has done a lot of good work here, and I think their blade may just have serrated the armament there of Vader. Difficult to see from this angle, but I do think they just got a grip there with a circular saw. Wild Thing has taken damage. You can see the scratches. I don't know how superficial they are. Again, comes down. Wild Thing on top here for me. But it's been a good old battle, hasn't it? Shunt now, pushing Vader. Vader, the meat in the sandwich, not too pleasant a thought. Driven away across the arena floor, onto the floor flipper. You really don't want to do that. Wild Thing giving chase. Very experienced. Hypnotist beat them in the semi-finals of Rebel Wars 4. Panic Attack in the semi-finals of Rebel Wars 3. There's the pit. You can hear the release alarm button sounding off. Side by side they dance. Cease is called. It goes to the Robot Wars judges' decision.
Lots of pushing and shoving, lots of sticking together. It's too close a call. We're going to have to go to the judges. And while they're making up their minds, let's review the highlights.
We wanted destructibility. Boo-hoo. They stuck like glue. But it was a tactical battle, and Wild Thing, they were aggressive. They took a little bit of damage there, I think. Only superficial. It wasn't the most controlled driving of Wild Thing, but throughout, they were wily. They were pushing Vader with good tactical nous into the CPZs, onto the arena sidewall weaponry, into the house robots, and that could be the most destructive blow of all.
Well, the judges have made the decision, and it's unanimous. Based on style, control, damage, and aggression, they've gone for the 9th seed, Wild Thing! Nice. For the 9th seeds. So no disgrace there.
No, and they've never ever been stopped either.
No, I mean, they go on and on and on, they do.
No, they don't.
But you came close to defeating them, I thought. You just kept getting stuck together all the time, though. Why was that?
I think it's their disc just basically gets stuck in our side armour, and once that happens, we haven't got enough traction to try and sort of wrestle ourselves loose.
Yeah.
It was a nice waltz, though, wasn't it? It was very.
Yeah, it was an elegant dance, actually, wasn't it? Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it. Team Vader! You seem to like a killer blow. I mean, how many times have you been to a judge's decision?
Virtually everyone, unless they break down, you're right.
Yeah.
We try and get a killer blow in, but this time they got their weapon stuck into our polycar, we got stuck into theirs. We did a lot of ballet dancing out there.
I mean, it's got a good battery in that robot. It does go on and on and on forever.
It does, yeah.
And it kind of it's like a war of attrition. It kind of wears other robots down, and it's always going much stronger than the other robot at the end.
Yeah, it does keep going at the end. So, yeah, we shall always stand a chance.
Let's see if you can reach the end this time, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hear it for Wild Thing! Well, if you think our robots can be had by yours, then come and have a go on Robot Wars. Bye-bye.